Largest lead of the game. It's 14.
I haven't seen Duke, and primarily because Jason Williams is not getting his game going.
What a shot. Left.
And I'll tell you, the Blue Devils are in trouble now. Blake, with that bad ear, Jim, makes a steal because of it, and then he hits a three.
The Blue Devils' ears are ringing right now, too. They are down 22 with 6:40 to go in the first half. James, yes,
the fifth-year senior. I said before, Maryland couldn't have had a better opponent for them in the Final Four, a team that has a great reputation, but a team that they have played well all year long and think they can beat.
Battier, baseliner. Oh, look at Dunleavy.
There's that 6'9" guard. When it was all over, but when Blake was on the floor, Williams was in trouble.
He has forced some ugly numbers in that department.
He sure has.
Blake and the Williams matchup all season.
And Duke players are going to have to make the adjustment that they're not going to get the threes. They've got to penetrate and kick out.
And there nice move by James, very impressive. To the tournament at any stage since '83 in Ralph Sampson's final college game
against Jerry Wittenberg and NC State. And finally, it shows again the depth that this team has in the front court.
11 turnovers for the Terrapins, yet they lead by 12. Inside Boozer.
A big man who can catch.
Timeout, Maryland.
Amazing eyes all over him, and from the foul line, this 16 straight with nobody guarding. That may be the way to defend him.
Duke shaved it to 7. Devils just keep chipping away after being down 22 in the first half.
Battier keeping an eye alert for Baxter. Nice shot.
Set back out of there. Williams got Duhan on a wing. This could bring it to 4. You got it.
I want to give Battier so much credit. He found, and it really cost Duke.
Back up to 8. Duhan. One Louisiana player at one end, Mouton, and then Duhan from Slidell, Louisiana at the other.
2 high school players of the year from their respective states.
Inside, doubled up Baxter. Battier made the play.
Battier is anticipating exactly what Baxter's going to do. What Baxter had with Holden first when Morris got into foul trouble. So he stole some minutes with Wilcox.
Inside play you were calling for, Billy, and it's Boozer delivering. You said that's what they're going to have to go to in this half. Second one on Boozer.
There's that man-to-man out-of-bounds situation, and that time, the zone out of bounds, and Duke plays a lot better.
And rejected by Battier. Again, stepping up defensively. Williams, stutter step move under the basket, gets to spin.
There's Jason Williams. Ball from Blake too much instead of what Blake is doing to Williams, which is keeping his body and feet right squared up and in front of him. Duhan's got to play more solidly or Blake will eat him up. Kick out, kick out.
Yep, Duhan over Dixon. And stepping in is Williams to slam it home.
Just as we saw Sanders stand and reach for the ball, that's what happened to 2 Maryland players on that possession. You have got to go get to it. Miller coming in. Now see if Duhan will now start to play more solidly. He's always reaching for the ball, and that's getting him in trouble.
Holden, Dixon challenges the big bodies, no whistle. Baxter, Battier, all ball, and the arrow belongs to Duke.
How about that block, Jim? 2-hand with Morris on that bench. Let a senior who looked like he was pretty aggressive in the first half get some playing time. He went with Wilcox, and it didn't cost him too much. Jim, I mentioned back to Williams again. He played 39 minutes against Missouri, 37 against Southern California. He's been sitting down a lot in this game.
And he's about to check back in again. Oh, gets it to go, and he's going to the line.
You get the feeling these 2 teams could play for a month of Sundays, and it would still be a close game no matter who gets a good run. A lot of mutual respect, but they're zone. Marticic and Holden down inside.
Battier's 3. Yes.
And Marticic not quick enough. And he's got Dunleavy. He's quicker than Dunleavy and wants to take him.
And a switch, he's got Battier on him now. Spin move on him. Right into the hands of Sanders. nowhere to go.
Shows you the versatility of Battier defensively, taking on a guard that's that quick.
Battier, wow, out there, as long as you'll see. That was Dick
Boozer did not play at all in the ACC tournament game, which Duke won by 2 against Maryland. Little full court pressure. And with Morris back in, they go man-to-man.
And there, Williams gives Duke the lead, 73-72 to Morris.
Second time today against in an inbound situation, Maryland scores. And there again, Blake staying in front of Williams.
Williams was still able to weave his way to regain the lead.
Because he is the low post offensive threat for Duke.
Boozer hits 2, and Duke leads by 1.
They keep going to Morris.
And he has it stripped away by the freshman. Duhon.
Looking for Williams. Williams now has a situation where Miller's on him, and he knows Miller can't handle him, so he gets a clear out.
He just keeps driving. This time kicks it out. Up pass, Duhon able to field it to these.
Still has Miller.
Challenges with a 3. That's tapped in, but it's Nate James. That's the one that's identical to the ACC game against Maryland. 25 for Battier in this game, upping the lead to 3 again.
Taking a long time to get the ball in the low post.
Stolen away by Dunleavy. They're trying to get it to back.
Yeah, but taking too much time to get it there because look at what it's done. By not.
Yep. Swinging it around. 2:20 to play.
Jason Williams again. He's got Miller on him. I think he can take Miller. There he goes.
Gives it up. Boozer. What a half he's having.
There is no deep. Looks like he is almost back to full shape after sitting down because of that foot injury.
His 3rd game back. He went 22 minutes in each of the regional games in Philadelphia.
But only had 1 field goal.
And no offense there. That's not the story for Boozer tonight.
Now we got Blake back on Williams. Much better matchup, but he goes by him as well.
Williams.
There's that strength again when he goes inside.
Blake with a 3.
That's not his shot. Hey, Nate James had a solid game as a 5th-year senior. Kind of like Edgerson in that first game. Not spectacular, but doing a very good job.
A minute to play with possession and up 7.
Well, almost complete for Battier is getting a little closer. He's going to have that 1-game chance.
Well, 50 seconds to go. Duke came back from 10 down at Maryland. Terrapins, can they somehow turn it around? Will send Battier or Boozer to the line for 2.
Fouls on him. He's played a long time with 4 fouls.
And guess who's coming back in? Duhon.
Jim, you know, when you start talking about Boozer, in the NCAA tournament, he did not play in the ACC tournament any one of the 3. He did not play against Monmouth. He did not play against Missouri. Then he only took 2 shots against UCLA, 2 shots against Southern California, and today he explodes as the inside force that Duke had earlier.
19 for the night. And Duhon comes in for the shooter. And that time.
8 down with 17 seconds in that one.
Well,
Jim,
22 seconds here. Williams with 2 free throws. And, Maryland hoping with that 3-point line. If Williams, could go like he did with that streak earlier in the year, but not there.
Jim, we got to think ahead to Monday night. Arizona-Duke, 1988. They were in the Final Four, but never against each other. 1994 in the Final Four, but not against each other. And here, Lute Olson will be playing against Duke.
This one's over?
Yeah, it's over.
Well, it is now. Morris gives chase. Williams lays it in.
How often we've seen him use that rim to prevent the defender from being able to get to him.
He came alive the second half, and he steals it again. Back-to-back to close it out. Duke with a 33-point turnaround after being down 22.
And Mike Krzyzewski goes, wow! He and Gary Williams, good buddies.